Hey everyone, welcome back to Fate Stay Night Remastered with JerganJaze. As I mentioned last episode, this is just a weird aside. I usually have something that I kind of fidget with as I record. It just helps me to focus, and it also gives something for my hands to do, which, I don't know, I just like, maybe because of ADHD and all that. But I was messing around with the brush I used to clean my not laptop. I mean, I suppose it could be used to clean a laptop, but use the brush used to clean keyboard. That's right. Been messing with it. So I did find my fidget spinner between recordings, and I also now have a knife case holder. It has no knife in it. Currently, I took it out because I didn't want to risk cutting myself as I play with it, but it has like a fasten to it that I can kind of, I don't know if it'll pick it up. Yeah, it does. It kind of snaps to and fro. If it's that loud to the recording, I'm probably not going to mess with that while I'm recording. Anyways, that's just a weird little aside. We spent 2 episodes locked up in Illya's room, mostly due to my bad decision making, getting a bad end a couple of episodes ago. But we have finally broken free, or more like, well, we broke free / we also had our crew come and rescue us. So me and Saber are gonna make our way back to the Shirou estate, the Heracles estate. I don't know what it would technically be called. Illya estate. There we go. That's the last name I was looking for. Whoa. Oh yeah. Without further ado, let's get into it. Is this a hallway? This corridor couldn't be out of a place in a museum. Illya's castle must be massive. Hey, no time to gawk. Even if we make it out of the castle, the forest surrounding it is huge. If we don't hurry, it'll be morning before we're out. A forest? So are we really in the mountains? Are you talking about the forest that's a couple hours from Miyama by car? Yep. We're in the Einsburn secret castle. Once we make it out, it'll take a few hours to get through the forest. It's nighttime just right now, so we should be out of the forest before the sun rises. Tohsaka heads through the hallway, not hesitating for a moment. Why wouldn't y'all take a car? She's probably heading toward whatever door they snuck in through. I figured it was night, but how long have I been here? Oh, I thought you had, like, sunlight coming through the window behind you or something, or did you never actually give it a look once you got up? I thought it was about half a day. Maybe it's actually been a few days. Oh, in the morning. Okay, so it's only been half a day. Ilyasville captured you in the morning, so it's been about half a day. Though the date has changed, so you have spent a day in captivity, I suppose. I've not spent a full 24 hours in captivity. I see. Sorry I'm such a pathetic loser. No, please do not apologize. Ilyasville held you captive for a considerable amount of time, but you are still safe. That must be proof that you did not submit mentally, even though your body was captive. Well, that may be true, but in an alternative reality, I submitted hard to her. Like I said, I would be her servant and all that. Yes. Ilyasville may look like a young girl, but she's still an Einsburn mage. Had you submitted to her, you would likely no longer be yourself. Yeah, she was planning on shoving me inside of like a doll or something. It is not as if I did not consider that possibility. I came to this castle fully prepared to find you dead. ... Wouldn't you not be here? No, if the master is killed, are you just left wandering around with someone else being able to claim you? I can't remember. I know we've had this talk, but I can't remember if that's how it works or not. Which is why I was so glad to reunite with you, Shirou. Please hold my hand and we'll skip down the hallways. My master has shown me that he is alright, so I cannot possibly show myself to be any worse off. I feel the same. I couldn't stand not knowing if Saber was safe or not. Move! Hey, you two are serious about escaping, right? Come on, get on out. If you guys fall behind, I'm gonna leave you. Tohsaka pops her head from the bend of the corridor to yell at us. Crap, this really isn't the time for us to chat. Let's hurry, Saber. I break into a run, urging Saber to do the same. Everything hurts, but I grip my teeth and keep going. I drive my aching body on, following Tohsaka. As I half limp, half run, Saber brings up the rear. She must be in a lot of pain too. She's pretending not to be, but she's in no condition for this. Saber, if it's hard for you, I could carry you like a knight. Oh wait, you're the knight. Maybe you can carry me. Would you carry me, mommy? I want to tell her I'll give her a helping hand, but I stop myself. Saying that will just make Saber dig in her heels and be more determined not to accept help. Almost like yourself. All I can do is keep an eye on her. When Saber's too exhausted to complain, I'll just carry her. Honestly, Saber can be incorrigible sometimes. Speak for yourself. She has to be forced to even take a break. Just like you. And so, with Tohsaka leading the way, we managed to get to the exit. We're free! Oh wait, whoa. They fancy, they rich. This is just their vacation house for like once every generation to go off and fight the Holy Grail War. That's crazy. Hey, you said this was an exit, but this is an entrance, Tohsaka. Huh? What are you talking about? On about? You do know that you can go in and out of entrances, right? Tohsaka hurries down the stairs. ... Well, I'm in no position to complain. Saber and I head down to the stairs and into the hall. I wouldn't be shocked if Illya and Berzerker just show right back up. Looks like a lobby. All we have to head out now is head through the big door at the other end of the hall and we're out. Okay, we should be okay now that we've come this far. The problem now is how we get through the forest. We might be able to use the cover of darkness to reach the main road. We really don't want to be here when Illya comes back and finds you're gone. By the time she comes back, it'll be morning. Hey, what's with that look, Shirou? You've obviously got a problem. Nothing. Just kind of remembering how ballsy you are, despite your complete lack of balls. Huh? You have the weirdest thoughts at the funniest times. Weirdest times. Well, I was more, gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. My brain's apparently more rattled than I thought at the moment. Not for any reason, I'm just, Well, I was more getting at her just walking into the enemy stronghold through the front door. Well, whatever. Let's just head out. I remember the way back from here, so we won't get lost. Yeah, isn't it just one big door? We head towards the entrance. A long, narrow hall extends from the lobby, and at the end of it is an enormous door. The hall is unbelievably... What? Do you mean just unbelievable? Also, why is there commas around that? Okay. Translators go ham, I guess. About 30 meters long. I'm reminded that we're standing in an actual castle, but in the next moment... Oh, going home already? What a shame after you came all the way here. Illya shouldn't be here, but her giggling voice echoes up and down the hall. Yeah, I kind of figured this would happen. Gah! I whirl around. I turn around. Everyone skids to a stop. The instant we see our enemy, we know we're dead as soon as we turn our backs to them. Brrr. Brr, 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 brr. Yes, Vale? Tohsaka's... Oh. I'm not repeating it. Tohsaka's voice trembles. Back at the other end of the hall, we see her standing at the top of the stairs we just descended. She shouldn't be here. Maybe she never actually left. Ironically, it's a similar arrangement to our first meeting. Illya standing above us with his Berzerker behind her. Berzerker's presence is overwhelming. Roar! Now that I can assess a servant's strength, I understand what a monster he really is. We can't do this. Even if Saber is at full strength, Berzerker is just too powerful. You have a whole nother servant and a really, really strong mage right behind you. Have them deal with it. It wouldn't even be a battle. That monster can't be beat, not in a fight. If we are ever going to beat Berzerker, we have to figure out how to do it without fighting him. In other words, if we want to live, we need to stay far away from Berzerker. Good evening. I'm so happy you came to see me, Rin. Illya's voice is cheerful and bouncy. She's smiling, that same smile I saw the night we met, innocent but merciless. She won't settle to squash us like bugs. She'll pierce us and gut us instead. Then she'll taxidermy us like we're bugs. And that's when I realized. Or no, taxidermy... Is that the bug thing where it's like you hang them up with like needles in a case? Or is taxidermy like, I got a deer's head, I'm gonna skin it out and stuff it and put it on the wall. We're not going to practice, or to escape, period. Where did I get the word practice from? No matter what I do, I can't stop Illya. Even if I try to draw Illya's attention, that won't let Tohsaka and the others escape. What's wrong? You're so boring when you just keep your mouth shut. I'm giving you some time, so I suggest writing a will while you still can. Hee hee. She giggles. Oop. I kicked over my drawing tablet that's at my feet. Oh, move that back up real quick. But we don't have time for these kinds of games. We need to run to the entrance the second we can find an opening. No, I mean, writing your will is pretty serious business, actually. Even if we know we'll never get an opening, all we can do is wait and hope. Then, let me ask you one thing. Even in this situation, Tohsaka takes a step closer towards Illya. Ilyasville, I didn't sense your presence coming back. Were you hiding this entire time? That's what I'd already deduced. Yep, you were correct. Yes, I didn't go anywhere. I was watching all of you make fools out of yourselves from here. Oh, really? So that wasn't the real you heading outside? Right. I knew you were coming. I'm the lord of this place, so I should entertain my guests, right? Right then, the giant vanishes. Yay! He's definitely not, like, trucking his way towards one of us at the moment. I'm not sure if it jumped or just moved. The next thing I know, Berzerker appears in the middle of the lobby, creating a whirlwind. Oh, what fun you are. I can't wait to play with you. It'll be so much fun. This is the end for us. If we retreat towards the entrance, he'll slice us in half with that axe sword the moment we turn our backs to him. But we're dead if we stay here too. Our only other option is to challenge that walking mass of death, however futile it'll be. You have, I don't think it's that futile, you have Archer, and you have Rin. And you and Saber can kind of just stand in the background and be like, hey, go team. Are we done talking? Then let's begin, Berzerker. The pale girl raises her hand as if performing a ritual and looks down on us. I swear I won't let anyone get away today. Yay! It'll be a fun game of tag. It's probably the way that she views it in some way. Ooh, my headphones almost fell off. I was scratching my ear and they almost fell forward into the microphone. It just would have been a little knocking sound. Her declaration is equal parts murderous intent and delight. Yay! I love killing. Berzerker's eyes light up. Before, Berzerker had moved only as Illya ordered, but now he's free to act and he identifies us as enemies. ... Something's making a grinding sound. Tohsaka! Tohsaka grits her teeth hard, as if in regret. Oh, that's the grinding. Archer, can you hear me? He's standing right beside you, or behind you, or wherever, close by. Tohsaka speaks quietly without turning. We don't need long. Distract him for us. She just ordered her servant to his death. No, she didn't. He'll be fine. Why are you underestimating him? Archer doesn't answer. Ridiculous. Are you mad, Rin? Archer can't possibly go up against the Berzerker alone. We're going to take that chance to escape. Archer is going to buy us some time. Tohsaka continues giving her orders, ignoring Saber. Her voice is cold, devoid of any emotion. ... Archer, who had been silent as if pondering something, his eyes fixed on Berzerker, gives a slight nod. A sound plan. I will be able to escape once Rin and the others have. Independent action isn't Archer's strong suit. He takes a step forward as if to protect Tohsaka. Berzerker doesn't move. I really don't see it being that bad of a plan. Illya's laughter echoes from above. Oh wow, this is a surprise. You think your nobody of a servant can stop my Heracles? Well, he's not a nobody. We just don't know who he is. I never thought you would do something so cute, Rin. I would describe it as cute. Neither Tohsaka nor Archer are in any position to object. They know better than anyone. Look at that rippling back. Look at them muzzles. Archer steps forward. He's empty-handed as usual. ... He summons his weapons, no worries. Tohsaka looks at Archer's back. There's nothing she can say to him. He must know her orders are absurd. They amounted to telling Archer to die so we could escape. Archer, Tohsaka is about to say something, but... Rin, I just want to check something with you. Okay. It's not so much a theory I have, it's like, in me looking up, images for thumbnails at times, I try to be very careful about, like, what search terms I'm using, but sometimes the images themselves can come with some spoilers. I won't say... I don't know if it's a true spoiler, if it's just a comparison or what. There is a theory I have about Archer's identity. I'll leave it there. I think my more advanced people that are veterans to this series may know where I'm kind of going with that and why I can't say anymore, because I don't want to spoil it for someone new, and I also don't want to open that can of worms for myself just yet, because it feels like something that really wouldn't be explained until like way later down the road. But if it is true the way that I'm thinking it is, I think it's a really cool idea. Ren, oh, we already read that. Archer interrupts her, speaking so nonchalantly that it seems out of place. Fine. What? Tohsaka turns towards Archer, her eyes downcast. Archer's gaze stays locked on Berzerker. Yeah, I don't mind buying you time. You wouldn't mind if I just beat this thing, right? That sounds completely ridiculous. I would love it. Please. Please win. I think that'd be so cool. Archer, are you... No, there's no need to hold back. Give him hell, Archer. Understood. Guess I should live up to your expectations. Can we watch this fight? Or do we have to run? Maybe it'll be an interlude or something. Archer walks forward. Dark Souls music starts playing. He starts rolling across the ground repeatedly. Try to evade the enemy's attacks. Only 10 meters until he reaches Berzerker. Oh, you're approaching me. It's this again. At this distance, it could close on archers instantly. You're making a mockery of me. Fine, Get him, Berzerker! Go! Tear that cocky man to pieces! Illya's voice is hysterical. Tohsaka turns her back, not paying attention. Let's go. Once we're out, we've won. Tohsaka grabs my hand as well as Saber's and runs. I want to see the fight, though. ... Saber doesn't object. She follows Tohsaka. I mean, I don't see why she would. I start running toward the entrance, leaving Archer behind. But then, from behind me... Shirou, Mia! He calls out to me, his back still to me. ... I let go of Tohsaka's hand and turned around. In the lobby, now a good ways from me, I see Archer's back as he faces down Berzerker. Listen, you're not a fighter. You only create. Berzerker draws near. Archer is still empty-handed, and he doesn't take a single step while he watches his enemy closing in. Don't think about anything else. There's only one thing you can do, so master that one thing. Archer raises one hand. I have no idea when he got it, but he's holding a short sword now. Don't forget, what you need to do is to always imagine yourself as the strongest. You don't need an enemy. The only opponent you need to fight is your own mind. I see him start to shift. Berzerker's sword sends a rush of wind ahead of him. I turn and run, not staying to watch the clash. Wash? Yeah, I'm gonna wash the blood up afterwards. Watch the clash. Tohsaka and Saber are already at the entrance. I run and I don't look back. The sight of the man in red made it clear that I needed to go. Yeah, definitely the things that Archer just said to Shirou really, again, I can't say it for sake of spoilers because I'm pretty sure it's true, and I kind of, like, I do want it to be true because it's really cool, but I also don't want it to be true because that's a can of worms I don't want to open yet. Based off of what Archer was just talking about, I'm pretty sure my theory is correct. We hurry through the long hallway and out through the gate. Hard as it is to believe, we were really in a castle. And an old one at that, hidden deep in a forest. The whole place is surrounded by trees as far as one can see. I can't see any buildings, or even the sky in the distance. I'm gonna point out trees that, one, you can see in front of the castle, two, that you can see behind the castle, and three, the sky that is up above that you can also see as well. Making a complete foolery of the statement you just made. Mockery, not foolery. This way, we should be able to reach the main road in about 3 hours. We'd better run. ... 3 hours? Honestly, I'm not sure I'll last that long. I'm not tired, but the pain gets worse with every step. If I could at least rest, my fever might break, but we don't have time for that. Shirou, hurry! Tohsaka sounds every bit as hurried. She'd given Archer his orders. As composed as she looks, I can see the regret weighing on her. He's gonna be fine. Like he said, he's just gonna imagine that he's built different, and then therefore he'll be built different. I know. They're gonna catch up, Saber. Let's hurry. Oh yes, let us hurry, Shirou. Saber's eyes are downcast, but she breaks into a run with us. I want to point out that Tohsaka has gone to, like, great lengths to help us out. Like, beyond, like, a simple partnership and her getting the advantage in this war. Like, she is sacrificing a lot for us. We follow Tohsaka as she slips between the trees. Saber's breath rattles loudly in her chest as she runs beside me. It's too dark for me to see clearly, but I can tell she's struggling. I can't ignore it any longer. Ah! Saber loses her balance. I sweep in from the side and take hold of her before she hits the ground. This is what I thought would eventually happen. That's it. You can't go on anymore, Saber. Let me carry you, like the true knight in shining armor I am. What? What are you saying, Shirou? I've been in situations like this many times. I can still run.
What are you talking about? Experienced or not, you're still in pain now. Come on, you need to admit you're struggling.
I pull her arm. Saber hardly weighs anything, anyway. I gather her effortlessly into my arms. What are you doing, Shirou?
No questions. Just rest for a while. I'll be the first to fall if I have to keep watching you struggle like that.
No! Why is she reaching out? I'm holding her, apparently. No. Insolence. Unhand me. Do you truly believe this is enough to make me collapse? In your current state, yeah. Saber struggles in my arms. But her resistance is weak. Her thin arms have no real strength in them as she pushes at my chest. It pains me to see that's how weak she's gotten. I never imagined Saber could be too weak to push away from someone picking her up. What are you thinking, Shirou? I will not permit such behavior, even from my master. Aw, she's getting... yeah, really embarrassed. This is pretty shameful for her, probably, to... her being treated like the master, and me being like almost the servant. Saber struggles against me, her face beet red. I can't really blame her. This must be a terribly embarrassing position for a knight to be in, but now isn't the time to worry about that.
Lies. You're too weak to even push me away. This is an order from your master.
Don't say those words, you might use a command spell.
If you won't listen...
Don't do that. Don't do that.
If you won't listen, I'll have to use a command spell.
You could literally, like, punch her in the face and then knock her out and carry her. You don't have to use a command spell for that. What? That is cruel. I will not tolerate such absurd nonsense as using a command spell for something like this.
I agree. Then keep quiet. If we don't hurry, Tohsaka's going to leave us behind. ...
Saber must have given up, as she reluctantly falls silent. That's good enough for now. As long as she's not struggling, I can carry her and run at the same time. Spots burst across my vision. As I run, my blood pumps faster. I try to fight down the nausea burning at the back of my throat, gritting my teeth with every step. I mean, if you got to, just puke on her. Everybody loves a little puke on them. My breathing is erratic, but I do all that I can to hold the pain at bay. There's a reason for that. Shirou, please put me down. I will run on my own. The moment she sees me struggling, Saber looks up at me, concerned. I can't stop now.
Don't underestimate me. Carrying you is nothing.
Strength-wise, sure, but like... you're not doing so hot yourself, bud.
Compared to a broken stove, a girl's as light as a feather.
I don't think you're having to run with a stove, or you're like running for your life with the stove. I don't think that's also anything you've ever done, much less with a fever. But
just shut your mouth. Is give and take just not in your vocabulary? You've saved me plenty, so it wouldn't be fair for me not to do this. I need to pay you back for everything you've done, or else I can't have you protecting me tomorrow.
No, that is not true, and you doing this is most certainly unfair.
Fine by me, just means I'll have to do something like this once. Besides, I'm starting to get motivated now.
I take a breath and pick up the pace. Tohsaka knows very well that I have Saber in my arms, but she keeps taking us through narrower and narrower paths. It's a good thing Saber's so light, but following Tohsaka is a trial on its own.
If you keep talking, you might bite your tongue, so I'd appreciate it if you stop.
Yes, then I will do as my master says. Saber relaxes in my arms. She was tense earlier, which made carrying her harder. Now it's a bit easier. The problem now is whether Saber and I will make it to our destination. One way or the other. You could ask good old Rin right beside you if she has any like spell that's like makes you lighter or something along those lines. I don't know how long we've been running. Maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour. Running doesn't take a lot out of me. You sure? I've been training hard, and Saber is so light. But right now it is. Definitely not helping you. There's something wrong inside me. The more I move, the dizzier I get. I feel like I'm about to throw up. I would have understood it if I'd been bitten by a snake and the poison was doing a number on me, since we're in a forest, but...
There's nothing.
The pain won't bring me to my knees. It's just a heaviness in my chest, and a need to throw something up. And it's nothing compared to the heat I'm feeling in my arms right now. Saber's closed her eyes as if she were sleeping. She's not resisting, she's relaxed. Her body is growing hotter by the moment. Her clothes are damp with sweat, even though it's the middle of winter, and she's tucked her head down to hide her labor breathing from me.
This is bad. At this rate...
It'll be a repeat of that one night. The night Saber collapsed from exhaustion after her noble phantasm against Ryder. Saber's condition hasn't changed since that night. Not really, no. Was she able to talk until now because she was just in the brief window before she disappeared? I run in an attempt to prevent that from coming true. I don't care what happens to my body. I move my feet as fast as I can, hoping that we can do something, as long as we make it home. And we're gonna see if they actually make it back in the next episode, so I'll see you guys later. Bye!